Then is it possible for machine to be self-aware? Still, this is a question.
Hello.
Hello, Megha. How are
Hello.
you?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you for asking. And how are you?
I'm fine.
All right. Okay, so
I think,
welcome. Yeah, yes. I
thank
just
you.
want to welcome
Thank
you for this session. Yeah,
you. Yes. Today we got a little, delayed due to some network issue.
correct. Yes, I was
Okay, so
wondering, I mean, was there any issue from my side? Then I found that no, problem was from your side, I guess.
yes, some network issue. Okay, so let's continue with
All right.
the previous topic. Yes,
Correct. So today we are going to talk about AI and its component, right? Like machine learning
yes.
and deep learning. So these are, I think, several terms. Many people, confused, got confused, and including me. I just have a little a small picture of it in my head, but it will be better if you explain it, elaborate it in a simple manner so that I can understand and other people can also understand.
Sure, I will try to.
Yeah.
Uh, we all know the artificial intelligence, that it is the science and engineering of creating such a device which can mimics the human intelligence.
Hmm.
And for intelligence, two things are required: a lot of data and how to process the data, technique processing those data. Okay, so these two factors are responsible for intelligence.
All right.
So if these two factors are considered and are used in the proper manner artificially by a machine,
Mm-hmm.
then machine can also act intelligently, okay, like human beings. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Not I mean, much like a human being, but to some extent it can act like a human being. The most important thing of any AI system is learning capability. It's learning capacity, right? In the previous episode, I told you one thing,
Mm-hmm.
that there is one difference between an automatic machine and a machine which is AI based.
All right.
And that difference lies in the fact that AI based machines or applications have the learning capacity to learn over a period of time, or they can learn from their experience. But it is not so with an automatic machine.
Hmm.
For example, automatic machine being, suppose there is a washing machine, fully automatic washing machine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it is an automatic machine, but it cannot be called an AI machine, AI based machine. Why? Because it has no capacity to learn.
Okay.
So this is the only difference. Learning is the factor, the
All right.
important factor which differentiates an automatic machine from a machine which is AI based. So this has to be cleared, okay, in our mind. Okay, only then we can move on to other components of AI based machines or
Mm-hmm.
AI based applications. So learning is the important factor, and that is why, I mean, today we are going to explain about the machine learning and deep learning, okay, these things.
Mm-hmm.
So what is machine learning?
Hmm.
How does machine learn? This is the important factor, okay, in learning. For a machine to learn, we how do we learn? Okay, it is obvious, because we learn very naturally. We are exposed to environment, we are exposed to many things, and intuitively, naturally, spontaneously we learn. We keep learning all of those experiences.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, our memory keeps on recording these events or these experiences, so it very naturally it happens. But
Okay.
how does a machine learn?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What do you think? How can a machine learn? Any guess?
Um, like what I have understood, I can just tell you about that. That first thing you mentioned, that data, that is the most important factor, as I know, that because now we have enormous amount of data. That's why
Yes.
it is possible for machine to learn things from the data. They can, calculate and analysis all of those things. But you asked me that how a machine can learn, right? So
Yes.
data, one thing is data, then
Yes.
algorithm that is created by human. I just know this term, how deeply it works, I don't know about it. And then I learned that uh, from where scientists got this idea about machine learning and deep learning. They think that can it possible for a machine, they can learn things like a human, learn things with the help of human brain. Okay, so in our brain we have neurosystem. So similarly, I think there is an architecture in deep learning and machine learning, and they called it as a like a neural network architecture. So by the help of this architecture, they process everything, and how deeply they process, I don't know. But I have this picture in my mind, like they are having such kind of system, so that the machine can process the data and then perform the task like human brain does. All right, human brain has the capacity to learn, like you have said that artificial intelligence, that device can learn things. I mean, they have that potential to learn things by the help of their data or experience or the process. All right, so this is something I uh, found it interesting. So this is my understanding. Yeah.
You used so many words to explain learning. Okay, it's a good thing.
Hmm.
But let me explain all these things very, very simply,
Yep.
because I'll be explaining very simply so that everybody can get to it, can understand it.
Mm-hmm.
How does how does a normal human being learn? We will have to understand this process. Suppose I tell you there is a series of number
Hmm.
and you have to guess the next number. Suppose there is a series of number like 1, 4, 9, 16. Now what will be the next number? 1, 4,
25.
9,
25.
16. Next number will be, yes, it is
25.
25.
Correct. Correct.
Okay, how did you get to this conclusion?
because
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 you
there is a
have,
pattern, and I follow this pattern
yes, this
with
is
the help of
where
my brain.
this is where I wanted to get at the
Yes.
pattern. So we recognize a pattern in the data.
Hmm.
We recognize the pattern and then we got to the conclusion that it is 25.
Hmm.
Right? Similarly, in a data set, be it a normal small data set or large data set, there is some kind of pattern.
Mm-mm.
And from this pattern, learning takes place
Can we,
by any
yes,
machine learning algorithm.
can we call it algorithm in the
No, algorithm recognizes these patterns.
all right.
Algorithm recognizes these patterns with the help of mathematical tools, mathematical and statistical tools.
Okay.
So these tools are used. A lot of mathematics and calculations and statistical calculations are involved in the recognition of the pattern in the data.
Mhm.
So by recognizing a pattern in the data, the algorithm learns the pattern basically.
Okay.
So algorithm learning a pattern is called learning.
All right.
Basically, algorithm, what does algorithm learns? So it finds out the pattern in the data set. This is what is learned by the algorithm. And
Mm-hmm.
on the basis of this learning in the pattern,
Mm-hmm.
algorithm can predict the result for a new data.
All
A
right.
result for a new data. So firstly, it learns the pattern on the basis of some historical data. And after finding the pattern, it learns the pattern. And on the basis of the learned pattern, it can, predict a new result if you give a new data.
New data.
So this is
Correct.
the whole process.
All
So this
right.
is the whole process of learning.
Okay.
Yes. This is how it learns.
Okay. So
And
this is
this
how. Yeah.
learning, yes,
Yes. Yes. Please
yes,
continue.
please.
No. 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 I got one question in my mind, but please continue. I'll ask later.
So we all understood that this is how a machine learning algorithm learns by recognizing the patterns in the data. Now there are multiple ways, multiple algorithms to recognize such patterns, and patterns could be different. There will be a different pattern in numerical data. There would be different pattern in the textual data. There would be a different kind of pattern in audio data or video data.
Yeah. Yeah.
So depending upon the type of data, patterns could be different. And that is why we have different types of machine learning algorithms, so that they can be applied to a particular set of data. Means it all depends upon what kind of data we have, what kind of problem we have, what kind of solutions we want to solve or come about. So depending upon these factors, a particular machine learning algorithm is applied, is selected. So this is what I wanted to say.
Okay. All right. So I just want to ask the question like we all know that in human brain we have neuro system, right? So the that multi-neural network system, that term, why this term has used? I mean, just because this is same as in a human brain. That's why, or is there anything else within it? This in this architecture.
Okay, there is a neural network in AI based system also. Let me explain what is a neural network system in AI, in the field of, because biologically we all understand that our nervous system is composed of millions and billions of neurons, and each neuron is connected with each other.
Correct.
It is said that one neuron is connected to millions of other neurons.
Correct.
So there is a huge and very, very complex network of neurons in our brain and the whole nervous system. And because of this, data processing is possible. The complex data processing is possible. Suppose I'm talking to you and I am recognizing you that you are Megha. So how is this recognition happening in my brain? It is all because of those billions of neurons, all are connected with each other. So it is happening due to a particular connection in our nervous system or in our brain.
All right.
So there is a specific type of connection which is based upon, or which is linked to, which is related to recognizing you.
Okay.
Suppose if you show me something, show me a pen, and I recognize that, oh, it is a pen, then a different type of connection in our nervous system is responsible for that recognition. Now, this is the biological neural system. Now, this kind of system can be created or can be made possible artificially also, virtually also. Now, virtually speaking, what is a neuron? Firstly, because biologically, a neuron is a cell.
Cell, correct.
A neural cell. Correct. Biological cell. But in artificial intelligence, in terms of machine or in terms of computer language, a neuron is nothing but a processing unit, which make use of a mathematical calculation, a mathematical formula, or a statistical formula, or a series of mathematical formulas in order to process that data.
All right.
So the mathematical functions or statistical functions are, they act as the neuron basically, because they are responsible for processing those data.
All right.
So neuron is nothing but the fundamental block of a neural system which process a particular data in a particular way. Since one function can process a data in a particular way, that is why suppose we need to process so many data in so many different ways. It means we will require so many different types of neurons.
Correct.
Each neuron responsible for a particular task.
Correct.
Right? Suppose we want to process a data set and which involves millions of different processings. So for millions of different processings of data, we will need millions of neurons.
Correct.
And each neuron has to be linked with each other, because maybe the result of one neuron could be the input for another neuron, so that another neuron can process the output of the first neuron.
Correct. Correct.
And in turn, the second neuron also, it can also give you some output, and that output can be used as the input by some other neuron.
All
In
right.
this way, all these neurons are interconnected with each other. And this interconnection of neurons means interconnection of all these fundamental blocks
Blocks.
or the fundamental mathematical functions. Mathematical functions. So if all these mathematical functions are connected with each other, it forms a huge network. And this is called neural network or artificial neural network. And in short, it is also known as ANN, artificial neural network.
Neural network. All right.
So you can understand it like this.
Okay. 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 So we can say that neural network is a processing system, a fundamental
Yes,
processing system, right? Which
yes,
process data from the beginning to the end. It is a complex network system, I could say.
yes, network.
All
Of
right.
course.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, it can be explained using a very real life example also.
All right.
Because a neural network is very, very efficient. It can give you more accurate result as compared to a system where there is only one algorithm. There is only one processing unit. So as compared to that, neural network can give you more accurate result. Right? Suppose I give you a simple task. I tell you what is your opinion about this. I give you an image, suppose. And then you will take some time and you will give your opinion.
Correct.
It may be a good opinion or a bad opinion or normal.
Neutral or
Right? Neutral.
yes.
Okay, or very, very good opinion also.
Correct.
Anything it can be.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is a simple machine learning, okay, where there is only one processing unit called Megha, because you are processing the data.
Correct.
Now, if I give the same picture to 10 people, to you and 9 of your friends, 10 people. Now, if I say, go through the image and write any 10 lines about this image, give your opinion about this image, then all these 10 people will be using their mind in order to give their opinion, and then you will come to a consensus, and then you will give the final opinion.
Final opinion.
And I think that opinion will be more accurate as compared to when I gave the same image to you only.
Yes.
So
Definitely.
in the second case, there were 10 processing units. And all were friends, all are connected with each other. Maybe you give an opinion, and that opinion may be an input for another person. And another person may improve upon your opinion by giving his or her input to the same opinion. And in this way, opinion will be improvised and it will be more accurate opinion. So the second case was very, very similar to the neural network.
All right.
And the first case was a normal machine learning algorithm.
Okay.
So through this analogy, we can understand a neural network and a simple machine learning algorithm.
Okay, okay. So, in another words, we can say that normal machine learning is a simple task where one network is there, but in AI, there is a huge network system work.
In neural network.
Yes, neural network.
In neural, yes. Basically, we can understand like this. In simple machine learning algorithm, okay, there is only one algorithm. There is only one algorithm which processes the data. While in neural network, there are multiple algorithms processing the same data in different ways so that it can come to a better conclusion.
Okay, all right.
This is the difference between a neural network and a normal machine learning. In normal machine learning, there is only one machine learning algorithm. Only one algorithm works. Okay. Or there is only one processing unit. But in neural network, there are multiple. This is the only difference.
All right, all right. Okay, so two terms I have come to know, like machine learning in AI. Like AI is like a device application, and machine learning and deep learning. These both are subsets of AI, right? And deep learning is
Yes.
also a subset of machine learning. So,
Yes.
how we can differentiate? Like this is a difference you explain. This is the only difference between machine learning and deep learning, like this neural network.
This is the only. This is the.
Yeah.
This is the only difference. Learning, the process of learning is same. Learning happens by recognizing the pattern. So pattern is recognized. It can be recognized either by one processing unit or by multiple processing units. The difference will be the multi-processing unit will come to a better conclusion. That is why the conclusion made by deep learning, because deep learning involves the neural network, the use of neural network. That is why it is called deep, because we employ different multiple neurons or multiple algorithms to process the
data.
Same data. So that is why it is called deep. Deep in the sense there are multiple algorithms. That is why it is called deep.
Okay.
So we can say, we can summarize AI, machine learning and deep learning like AI is an umbrella term. AI is a general term, very, very generic term. Its main objective is to devise an application, to create an application or device which can mimics the human intelligence. This is artificial intelligence. We are not talking about any technique in this. But what an AI machine will be like.
Will be like.
Right? So this is an umbrella term. Now, machine learning is a subset of AI. How does an AI-based machine learn? That is covered in machine learning.
Machine learning.
Without machine learning, we cannot comprehend the concept of AI without learning, because without learning, there cannot be any AI. So learning is the integral part of AI.
Yeah.
So we can say AI is an umbrella term. It contains everything in AI. Machine learning is a subset of AI. And deep learning is a specific subset of machine learning.
Machine learning.
Machine learning. So this is how we can categorize or we can create a hierarchy, okay, in these three terms. So firstly, AI, this is the umbrella term. Machine learning is one component of AI or a subset of AI, and deep learning is again the subset of machine learning.
All right. All right. Yeah.
Yes.
You explained it in very simple manner. I mean, right now I can understand whatever the terms I have read in articles, different several articles. So I was confused, but right now at least I am clear that how does it work. I mean, how AI works basically.
Yes.
But again, I want you here for few minutes. Like you said that simple machines, simple automatic machine cannot learn new things, right? And in AI application can learn things, like we can learn things with the help of our human brain. In the same way, AI can learn things with
Of
the help
course.
of their processing system, right?
Of
So
course.
can you can you give a very simple example so that we can understand in a more better way? Like washing machine, you explained, like washing machine only know to process the things which have already given into it, right? So how can a AI learn new things? Suppose like like an anchor, you have talked in previous session that there is a news channel,
Yes,
they are
yes.
using
There is an anchor called Sana,
Sana, right?
and
AI
Sana reads weather report
report.
nowadays.
So how can
Now
she
let me tell
learn?
you.
How can she
Yes.
learn new things by the help of?
Let me answer you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me answer you this question. In any AI machine, learning happens in two stages. Firstly, we train the algorithm, machine learning algorithm, with a data set. This is the first part of learning. From the historical data set, machine learning algorithm finds a particular pattern.
Hmm.
And once it finds that pattern, it can give you the result for a new data. So this is one part.
Okay.
This is one part.
One part.
And yes, once you have made a machine learning model or AI model or AI system, then of course it will be used by the users. It will be deployed in the market for the
Hmm.
use.
Hmm.
Now, as it will be used and as the time will pass, it will be acquiring new input from the user, from the users.
Hmm.
And with these new inputs will be the input for the model itself, for the machine itself, or for the application itself. And application will be using these feedback from the user, these data from the user, and from these data, it will again learn. And by, it will improve upon its efficiency, its learning algorithm, learning curve. So it will be getting the new data. All the time it is getting new data from the user.
Okay.
So
All right.
firstly, it learns from the historical data, then it learns from the current data
And
while
how
being
does it
used.
perform as a task? Like how Sana uses new data, okay, and perform new tasks. I mean, in this, can you explain it like that anchor I'm talking about?
Okay, with the context of the humanoid like
Uh-huh.
Sana is basically it belongs to the first type of AI machine. I mean AI, narrow AI or weak AI. Narrow AI means the Sana, which is the AI system, it is
Mm-hmm.
restricted to a particular type of job. It is nowadays it is reading only weather report. So
Mm-hmm.
all the informations relating to the weather report or weather has
Mm-hmm.
been fed to that machine.
Hmm.
And on the basis of that only, Sana is responding or Sana is reading weather report.
Weather report.
So it is restricted to a particular data set.
Hmm.
It is not like other AI based system
Which we are
like
talking about that we can use a
which I am
new.
talking about. Yes, for example, online chess game. Online chess game. So online chess game has been trained on
Hmm.
historical data. Okay,
Hmm.
it knows how to play with you. So initially, if you play with an online chess game, you can beat that online chess game. You can easily beat because it has been trained only on the historical data. So you
Data.
can beat. It can also beat you, but you can also beat.
Hmm.
But you will find as you will be playing, okay, with that online chess game,
Hmm.
then after 10 or 15 sessions, it will start beating you. It
Okay.
will start beating you. Why? Because it has learned from your moves, from your policies, from your activities
All
while
right.
playing. It will be learning new things. And in turn, you will also learn
Yeah.
what mistake it is doing or what smartness it is showing in
Hmm.
the game, etc., etc. Okay. So you also will be learning being a human being. Okay. And that machine will also be learning from all your moves.
Okay. So
Whenever you are,
whatever whatever the moves
yes,
I am doing, so
yes,
that machine is taking it as a data, and then
as a data.
machine will follow that pattern and create a new moves on the basis of my.
Yes, create a new moves. Of course, it has learned from your moves.
Okay, now I got it. Yeah, yeah.
So learning is two-way. Okay, on the basis of historical data and on the basis of current data while
Currently.
being used.
So this is never ending process. I mean, every time
This
that
is
machine
never-ending process.
get new data,
This
and
is
on the basis of
never-ending
new
process.
data, right? Okay.
That is why computer scientists are very much afraid that it might be a danger for humanity because by and by it will become more and more efficient, and a
Efficient
time
and
will come when
intelligent
it will surpass all the boundaries of human intelligence.
human
This is the
intelligence.
difference. This is the danger. I mean,
All right, all right, all right. Okay, all right. Yeah, I got it. We have 6 minutes left, and
okay.
now I want to ask the same question again. Then, is it possible for machine to be self-aware? Still, this is a question. I mean, yeah.
It has not yet happened that it has become self-aware because a stage has to come when it has to become aware of everything around it. So
Mm-hmm.
even this stage has not come that it has become aware of everything happening around it. So it is very, very far away from being self-aware. And we
Okay.
don't know even that time can ever come when it will become self-aware. It may not become self-aware,
Okay.
but it is just a guess
Yes,
on
this
part of
just a
us
concept.
that it is a concept. It is a concept, and on this concept, people are working, but it has not yet become self-aware. No machine, AI machine or AI application has become self-aware because it is the attribute or property of a human being,
Human being. Yeah.
and it is much related with emotions, with opinion, with a particular outlook
Mm-hmm.
that we are endowed with naturally. It
Naturally.
is not so, unfortunately or fortunately, it is not so with the machine.
Otherwise, I could say that human being will become the god. Like, as of now, we know that only God can bring the life in this world, right? if we
Yes,
if
yes.
we can do the same, then there will be no difference between human being and God. Oh my God. All right.
this is
Okay,
this is a different topic.
this is a philosophical
This is a
topic, I
different
guess.
topic, philosophical topic, and this topic involves a lot of guesswork. Okay, not something actual,
Actually,
I suppose.
yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah, all right. So I think we should wrap up the session here. But I must say that this session was inquisitive for me. I learned so many things, and I just read, technical terms in several articles. But after talking to you and asking so many questions, exactly I came to know that how AI works, and what are the several terms, and what are the exact meaning of these terms. So thank you so much for this beautiful, informative session. Thank you so much. I hope
Thank you, Megha. Thank you.
we will meet again with new topic.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
All
Thank
right. All
you.
right. Okay. Bye
Thank you.
bye.